Okay. Cody Danielson, everybody. So he is also known as Tiny Hand Pics on Instagram, and I want you guys to go bombard his comment section. So you can say whatever you want, but then just say like hashtag Mitch sent you or something like that, or Mitch sent me. Something like that. I just want to see what you guys can do in regards to social media. So it's Instagram. Do you have a Twitter?
Yes.
Okay, what's your Twitter?
I think it's Cody Danielson 4.
Okay,
but the Instagram is at Tiny Hand Pics.
Yeah, so at Tiny Hand Pics. I'll put either the link in the description or I'll put it up on the video.
Right here.
Yeah, I'll put it right there. Right on the stands. Okay. Yeah. So we got that out of the way. I want to see what you guys can do. That'll be cool.
And follow it too. Don't just
and
or I mean whatever.
Hey, if you don't want to follow it, don't follow it. It's free, but
you can do whatever.
Yeah.
You want.
Okay. So welcome to the first episode of Meet the Men of Oregon. The first man of Oregon we have is a true man. He grew up in Oregon, had kind of a crazy story, moved around a couple of universities, ended up back in Oregon, and is a jav thrower here at the University of Oregon. He qualified for NCAAs last year. He was, were you Pac-12 champ?
Yes.
Pac-12 champion in the javelin. Really cool guy, has a crazy story, and we're gonna kind of start off with Cody Danielson.
What's up?
It's good to see you today.
It's good to see you too. How's that coffee?
I've had better.
Okay.
But so let's you want to just talk for a second about where you grew up, kind of what your high school days were like. You're throwing. I know a lot of our audience is high school and middle school, so kind of how you got into javelin, how you got into track and field in general, other sports you played.
Right. Yeah. Well, I went to Newburgh High School, which is just up the road from here. I didn't do track until my senior year of high school.
Really?
Yeah. So I've just been. I really wanted to go to school for football, go to college for football. So I played baseball, basketball, and football growing up, and that was kind of what I stuck to. And then my senior year, I didn't want to play baseball because I wanted to get ready for football the next spring or the next fall.
Yeah.
Of my college. My first college year, and I did track to try and work on my speed because I was a tight end, and my little brother did javelin, and he thought he was pretty good. Trevor Danielson throws at Stanford, and he thought he was really cool, and so I just went out and tried it one day, and I was all right at it, and eventually kept working at it because my coach kind of thought I had potential, and then later that year I threw well. So
oddly enough, you actually followed in your little brother.
Yeah, exactly. I beat him that year. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I beat him that year. I was stoked.
You found success in javelin in high school, kind of randomly, off a whim. I mean, obviously your brother threw, and so you knew about it. But then, did you kind of just give up on your dreams of being a college football player, and then just start pursuing javelin, and then? Kind of to add on to that question, where did you end up first in college?
Yeah, well, so for football, I was trying to go to. It was between Portland State and Linfield. When this track kind of came up and I started throwing well, I had college attention, places that big schools that I had dreamt about playing football there. Being an athlete there that I didn't get the opportunity to with football because I wasn't recruited as well. So to me it was I've always had the mindset of putting academics first. Yeah, so when the opportunity came up with javelin, I had schools, my two schools that I had it down to were UCLA and Stanford for javelin. I was like, I gotta take this opportunity to, not that Portland State or Linfield aren't good schools.
Yeah.
But to me, that was kind of there's no opportunity that's what I wanted, was a big athletic school and a big academic school put together, which both of those were. So at that point, once I was getting recruited, I was like, that's what I'm doing now is going to school, going to college for track and field, and then I ultimately ended up choosing UCLA.
Yeah. I know a lot of you guys ask questions like, we had one recently in the Q&A yesterday talking about how do you think it's hard work or luck or just natural God-given talent that gets you to Division I schools? And Cody worked his butt off in football to get to a Division I school, and then found out that he had natural talent and got kind of lucky in finding out that he was even more blessed in the javelin. And so you can't just give up on a dream. He wanted to be a Division I athlete. Not necessarily was he going to get it done in football, but he found out a different way, a different platform to get himself into the same position that you wanted to be in.
Yeah. So it's all three of those things.
Yeah, it really is like, and since he's been in college, he's worked harder than probably 90% of the athletes out there. And I mean, it just goes to show he qualified for NCAAs and also won his first Pac-12 championship. After UCLA, you were there for 2 years?
2 years. 2 years.
2 years, and then you ended up back here at Oregon. Obviously, you're part of the Oregon community.
Still, yeah.
How did it feel to be out of school and then have almost like a homecoming, coming back to a school you knew about from when you were a young kid, because it was kind of the local school? I mean, there was obviously Oregon State, who doesn't have a track team though.
Right. And
then the University of Oregon being kind of the mecca of track and field in the United States, with Hayward Field, all the history that Bowerman created and all that stuff. How was it coming home?
It's been a dream. Like, I'm so much happier here than I was at UCLA.
Yeah.
You know, it's a great school down there, and it was a great experience at UCLA, but once I finally took the time to like figure out where I actually wanted to be, it was here at Oregon. So when I had the opportunity, you know, I decided ultimately to make it come here, and it's just been like a dream come true. You know, I actually grew up and I hated Oregon, University of Oregon.
Really?
Oh my gosh. I was the biggest Beaver fan.
Yeah. Yikes.
Yeah, yikes, right? No, yeah, I really hated University of Oregon athletics. Like, I swore I'd never come here. And I got to college and was in the Pac-12, and I was like, you know, like,
no one really hates another school.
Right,
anymore.
exactly.
It's kind of just like a friendly competition.
Yeah, exactly. So once I got past that, I mean, now I'm just like, it's been a dream come true being able to compete here.
Yeah, you talked about how you said in the beginning academics was one of the major reasons you were considering the two schools in California. So how did academics play a role in your choice to come here? Did you find the same kind of satisfaction that you found in UCLA with the same kind of academics?
I actually think I'm like more satisfied with the academics here than I was at UCLA. I just find that the professors here like actually care about you.
You're not just a number in their classroom.
Yeah, like at UCLA, I mean, it's an enormous school, and the academics, like the subject material is outstanding.
Yeah.
And like, you know, it's really hard. It's really hard, and not that that's, you know, I was able to keep up with it, you know.
No, yeah.
But coming here, it was like, you actually learn more, I think. I mean, it's all about what you put into it, you know? Like for me, it's just been so much more comfortable.
Yeah.
Academically here, athletically here, you know? And I am from Oregon, so I'm a little biased maybe, but still, I mean, you know, it just fits me. It just fits me.
Yeah. Outside of academics, let's talk about your success in track and field. After you got to the University of Oregon, you didn't necessarily have like any goals in mind as to, or expectations, I guess I should say. You had goals. You wanted to be Pac-12 champion and national champion. That's what every athlete's goals are.
Right.
So you fulfilled one of them, came close on another, but talk about how your expectation was coming in and then your process as to achieve those goals.
I honestly I wanted to win, and I still want. I want to win a national championship, and that's been my mindset. I want to win a team national championship, really, really bad.
Yeah.
But I mean, in order to do that, you know,
it helps if
I have a national championship. So that's been my expectation, is that I'm here to win, and I'm gonna work my butt off, and hopefully that happens. So my expectation was I'm gonna come in here and be able to train with, you know, one of the best, and or the best is, I don't know, does Cyrus have it still?
I don't know.
I don't know. Either way, one of the best in Oregon in NCAA history, and see what happens from there, and hopefully make a national championship run. So,
and then you came in, you started to throw, you started to train, and then you had a couple little hiccups. You got a couple little injuries, not necessarily too major, but you did a ton of rehab with Grant and Vanessa, and they kind of worked you back into throwing shape. By the time you were at Pac-12s, everything was kind of moving forward, and then Pac-12 championships came, and you threw fantastically.
Yeah, it was the first meet of the year down in Tucson, and that was my PR. That was the farthest throw I've had yet, and I tore my labrum, which is pretty integral into shoulder stability.
Everything.
Yeah. So it was just killer. I mean, and it would hurt all the time when I threw, but you can basically like rehab your rotator cuff to sort of compensate for that, which is what I did. I did a ton of that. I mean, people call me like the rehab king.
Literally.
I was just in there all the time. Yeah. It was ridiculous.
You guys want to talk about working hard? Cody, even if his practice is only like an hour and a half, say he's throwing for an hour and a half, and that's what the actual coach, he's probably in the training room for twice as long as his practice actually is. So before practice, he'll come in for probably like 45 minutes to an hour. After practice, he stays around for another 45 minutes to an hour just doing rehab post-practice. So he comes in, warms up everything, does all of his strength and mobility stuff, then comes in after practice just to make sure he's doing everything correctly again. Like, definition of hard worker when it comes to like treating your body correctly.
You know, I gotta say something now before I forget. I wish I would have done this stuff before I had gotten myself injured. No, I'm not saying I worked hard before I got injured, but if you're a thrower and if you're
pretty much any athlete,
prehab, not even. You don't want to get to the point where you have to do rehab.
That's a good way to put it.
For javelin, if there are any javelin throwers out there, or you know, even discus throwers, or anybody that uses their upper body, work on rotator cuff exercises. Because if I would have done that, I wouldn't have torn my labrum.
Yeah. So after Pac-12s came nationals. After being on that high, because you won a Pac-12 championship, one of your goals. So after being on that high, how did you kind of mellow back out and prepare for another go at one of like your second goal, or the goal from every rehab?
Rehab, man.
So
that's all I did.
Yeah. So
that was about it. You know, is that what your question is? You know, I don't know. You just gotta stay focused.
Yeah.
You just gotta think about that. You know, when you hit one of your marks, or you know, whatever you do, you just gotta, you enjoy it, and then you take a step back and be like, think of what you can do next. So for me, staying healthy was the goal at that point, because my shoulder was really messed up, and it wasn't, you know, I wasn't trying to, I was trying to throw as far as I could with a torn labrum, and I wasn't trying to think about, you know, I have to strain every day to, you know, go out there and win a national championship for the team. Although that is the goal, I just had to take it a little bit slower with my injury, and so I think that helped a lot. I was able to, you know, take a step back and work on getting healthy first. That was still the main goal. Yeah, you know, was staying healthy. So
the next section is going to be a speed round. Cody, you're just going to say the first thing that comes to your mind. I'm gonna come up with the questions. All right, so I found a list of questions. We're just gonna rifle through them as fast as we can and see what Cody can come up with off the top of his head. This will be kind of fun. All right, ready?
Yeah.
So, here we go. What is your best friend's name?
Joe.
What is your favorite animal?
A koala bear.
What is your favorite city in the United States?
Newburgh, Oregon.
What is your favorite color?
Red.
What is your favorite country?
U.S.
Why?
Because I live here.
What is your favorite day of the week?
Tuesday, and I don't know why.
Great. It's fine. What is your favorite drink in the summer?
Iced tea.
What is your favorite food?
Pizza.
What is your favorite holiday?
Christmas.
Why?
Because you get presents.
Great. What is your favorite kind of book?
Oh, I love crime.
Crime novels.
Yes,
okay.
crime novels.
What is your favorite kind of ethnic food?
Curry.
Good choice.
Yes.
What is your favorite kind of movie?
Comedy.
What is your favorite television program?
Price is Right. Easy.
He watches it. He watches it
every day. 10 o'clock. Drew
What's your
Carey.
favorite vegetable?
Broccoli.
What's your favorite website?
YouTube.
That one could have gone another way. Who's your favorite musician?
It's a band called Avenged Sevenfold.
Who's your favorite singer?
Michael Bublé.
Good choice.
Yeah.
What's your favorite movie?
Forrest Gump.
Favorite magazine?
Forrest Gump. Field and Stream.
What's your favorite kind of pizza?
Everything. It's gotta have everything on it.
So like Costco everything pizza?
Costco. Can we say that? I love Costco everything pizza.
Yeah, that's great.
I love it.
Favorite actress?
Mila Kunis.
Favorite athlete?
Mark McGuire. You know, I think he's a great guy.
That's fair.
I think he is. I don't think he disagrees.
Favorite word in English?
Muffin.
Why is it your favorite word?
Have you ever thought of the word muffin?
You ever thought of the word dolphin?
No.
Dolphin.
Or silly is actually.
Silly?
Muffin or silly?
What's your favorite pastime?
Does baseball count? What's my favorite pastime?
Yeah, your
or
favorite
like
pastime.
I just remember swimming in this creek up by my grandparents' house. That's it. Swimming in the summer in a nice cool creek.
Alright, sweet. And that's going to conclude the speed round of our...
Not very speedy.
No. So back when you were in middle school, what would have been 3 tips that you wish you would have known then that you know now? Like what would you tell yourself if you could?
Actually, you know what?
I would say start throwing med balls.
Med balls.
Med balls.
Med balls. That's
Medicine balls.
That's your tip?
That's one of them.
Okay.
You said 3 of them.
Yep. That's one tip.
I don't know. You just got to be able to. You got to work on your arm strength. You know, I was lucky enough to have done baseball.
Yeah.
And so my arm was in good shape, but it's also about, you know, using your whole body to throw. It doesn't all just come from the arm, which is what a lot of high schoolers do.
Yeah.
So that leads me into my next point, which is work on your footwork. I think that's huge. You gotta know how to throw on the run.
Yeah.
That's the big thing.
Yeah.
You know, javelin, you run a few step or crossovers, and then right before you're about to throw. So that's huge.
Yeah.
The other thing I would have told myself is don't lose my fingers.
So, kind of a crazy story, but like you can hold them up close, let everyone see. What was it, like 3 months ago now? Almost?
No, that was.
Or even longer.
That was April. That was March 12th.
Oh, so it's only a month and a half.
Yeah, a month and a half.
So crazy story. Cody will elaborate. But a month and a half ago, Cody lost parts of his fingers, his 2 middle ones, on his left hand, as you guys saw. It was in. Everyone was calling it like a 4-wheeler accident, but it really was just like. It really was just an accident. Like it was just a freak accident. Like something that never really should happen, or it wasn't that he got in a crash or anything. It was just
literally a freak accident. Do you want to tell them about?
Four-wheelers are nutso. There was just a strap in the back, and I went to go grab it. I was just riding along with my dogs, and there was a strap in the back, a ratchet strap, and I went to go grab it because it was falling out. And right as I grabbed it, both ends wrapped around the axle, and right behind me, and it just cinched it up right against my hand and popped those babies right off.
Yeah, and so
now I'm permanent rock on.
Yeah.
Or I love you.
Yeah.
So.
Either way, kind of a crazy story. And then that's kind of what he had the injury on his shoulder his first year here at Oregon, and then second year he loses parts of his fingers. You still plan on winning a Pac-12 championship and possibly making a run for a national championship.
You know what? I think that's the thing is stay healthy. That's the biggest thing I wish I would have told myself. You know.
Yeah, whatever you
what
do.
we were talking about earlier, the prehab.
Yeah.
You know? We were kidding. We were kidding about, obviously.
Can't really prehab.
Yeah, you can't really prehab the missing fingers.
But
I am tiny hands, so it works. Though,
yeah.
You know, you'll see when you follow my page.
Yeah, when all you guys go and comment on his stuff, you guys will see the tiny hands.
Yeah, but yeah, that's the third thing. So what did I say? I said
Footwork,
med balls, learning how to throw with your whole body. That's what I meant by the med ball kind of thing, and staying healthy. That's it.
Last question. I'm sure they'll kind of want to know this. Your PR, and then what you improved. So like what your high school PR was, and then what your college PR is now.
Okay. High school PR, I think it was 210, 210 feet, and then my PR now is something. It's like 76 meters. It's over 76 meters, and I think that's like 250. I don't know if it's over. It's right around 250 feet.
So this has been Cody Danielson, everybody. One, go check him out, his own personal page on Twitter, and then go check out Tiny Hands on Instagram. Show him some love. Thanks, Cody, for coming out and doing this whole thing.
Thanks for having me.
I know I force fed you some coffee.
He did. I'm hyped right now.
It wasn't the best coffee, but
oh no, we love it.
Yeah. Anyway, this is going to be the end of the first ever Meet the Men of Oregon episode. Cody Danielson, Pac-12 champion, 7th place at NCAA's, and hopefully soon a Pac-12 champion again and a national champion. But remember, be nice to people, don't hurt yourself, don't hurt others, slow down, don't dance so fast, and he probably won't talk to you tomorrow, but I'll definitely talk to you tomorrow. Talk to you guys later. Okay, bye.